Hello, my name is Randy Zogbaum. I'm the DATCP Soil Health Program Manager. Um, Here to share with you some of the changes for our DATCP Soil Health Program. First of all, noticing maybe that we have a program. It's a new addition to our portfolio of programs at DATCP. The work that we've been doing over the last 2.5 years that I've been a part of this, and before that with Dana Christel, has started and built are into an actual program, and we'll take a look at some of the components of that here in a minute. But that's pretty exciting to think about because for so those that work in government, you understand that once you have this program, you have something maybe that lives on and will be a part of this beyond any person that's in it, including myself. So that's exciting for me. I want to talk about soil health. Of course, first, before we get to soil health, we got to kind of understand what a soil is. Our soils are vital living ecosystems, and when we think about them from that standpoint, then soil health comes into a better, more clear view of what it is that we're trying to do with that, which really is about building this energy and biology and the functionality of soil. So as NRCS says, then soil health is the continued capacity of a soil to function as a vital living ecosystem that sustains plants, animals, and humans. Healthy soils give us these healthy soil functions, which this is our website, by the way, the DATCP landing page, and Andrea has handed out a handout with this flyer. That's our flyer that is basically from this page. But the whole concept of soil health is that it really is about the system of soil and it giving us the framework then to, if we focus on just these principles and integrating all these principles on a farm, you'll get the healthy functions of a soil. These will lead to healthy soils, which give us these healthy functions. A big one for us, of course, is this regulating water and then cycling nutrients in our nutrient management update meetings here, thinking about those two in particular. But you get all of these functions if you do this. We added a sixth function. This has been talked about quite a bit in the soil health communities recently, but this idea that well, for me anyway, I realized that over 30 years, almost 30 years of working in this, that really, I've never walked on two farms that really are the same when you get down to the actual components of the functions of what they're doing on the farm. So thinking about it from the farmer perspective, helping them integrate these components into their farm, that's a big part of what we have to be able to do and be thinking about when we're asking people to do these changes. And of course, the farm itself, the soils in particular on the farm, if we've been managing in a conventional way, or we probably have removed some of the healthy soil functions, as you know, and it'll take some time to get the biology built back and to get things moving in that function by using these principles. But they will happen. It definitely does. There's some great examples as we've seen around here. If you're happen to be working in an area that has a producer-led watershed program, I would say this is where the soil health program really initiated from. If you're working with these groups, you know soil health is a vital part of what they do and they believe in and are working on trying to implement soil health principles in the work that they're doing in their watersheds and seeing the good results for those groups that have been around. So that producer-led watershed program really is a great place to be partnering with to help move principles forward of that. So we adopted originally the 5 principle model because in Wisconsin we of course have a lot of livestock, and integrating livestock is a well proven principle in how to move soil health forward. For the program itself, one of the first things we did when I started a few years ago in partnership with our partners at Nutrient and Pest Management is to create this online soil health training, which is available on our website. From here, there's 3 modules that exist currently, and you can go through them. They're set up similar to the nutrient management farmer education training, so you can go through the YouTube videos and a little bit at a time. It's about 45 minutes or so if you watch the whole thing at once. This year, we're going to actually start building and adding in these applied soil health strategies. function, and this will probably be where we'll continue to build as we go through and doing videos out on farms and seeing how those things are working. So some of the growth that is coming in the program that you'll see this year, again, it will be from this training. Let's see here, back to the main program. All right. So another thing that has come as we last year at CAP 50 was adopted new standards. Soil health itself, again, isn't about practices, it's about principles, but we do have now in ACAP 50, there are 4 practices that have soil health as a resource concern that you can use as a resource concern for implementing these practices. And of course, many of the practices that are in the ACAP 50 really are soil health practices too that help meet these principles. And if you dive into it, you can probably add more to this list. I kind of stopped because I'm like, well, you get the point. This is everything we do really is about building back the functionality of soil. So the more diversity, the more cover, all the things that we can do with that are a part of that. So along with now having these principles in place and the practices that meet them, one of the questions may be like, how do we know things are changing? Well, for quite a while now, maybe more than a decade, Kevin Erb with UW Extension and Jamie Pattons have been a part of this with NRCS training for this soil health assessment kit that is out there. I chose to grab one that's a bucket. But there's a lot of them that are placed in these bags, and the basic idea is to use NRCS's soil quality and soil health field guides on how to do basic monitoring and assessments that we can track changes over time. And the simplest, simple things like this water infiltration kit, these are used for a slake/slump test to look at aggregate stability, looking at the soil temperature, looking at changes in soil cover. The basic skill of observation, of course, is a really key component of soil health and soil science in general, and all of our work. So using these tools that we have to dig in and see the changes and then track them over time. Along with that, there's a manual that comes with this. So one of the things that Andrea and I are working on will be adding a component of the phase 2 nutrient management education grant to, if you don't have these kits already in your office, to be able to use that grant to build one yourself. And then if needed, then the training on how to use them, we could do trainings for that as well. All right, that's a quick snapshot through the changes in the soil health program. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be here in person today, but you can reach out and feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Of course, you probably have read, I'm sure, in our DATCP newsletter that there's soil health corners out there. So I place some of these things with the trainings, and I'm working on trying to pull together a soil health user group if you're interested in that, figure out how people are using these tools and where the soil health principles are being integrated into your work in the counties and around the state. So with that, I'm going to stop recording and we will wish you well for the rest of your day, and hopefully you can reach out if you need to talk to me. Thanks.